Okay, Efron, this is actually starting to get real fucking boring. So I'm just gonna kind of pull through this. This is gonna get boring for you pretty soon too, because I'm a persistent guy. I can argue with anyone, the biggest fucking idiot in the world. But I'm a little OCD, as I'd mentioned, and I don't like finishing things until it comes to something that I consider a completion. No matter how futile that gets. Now, I know you're never going to admit being wrong in anything. You're one of those arrogant pricks. I know this type. I knew this type, I don't know, kind of early on, but I wanted to give you a chance. I still am, but that would be like, you know, I'm not stupid. I know that you're not a good faith actor, and I know you're not, and this is why. I've asked you the same fucking question about 12 times. About 12 times, maybe more. Name an Arab whose land was stolen before the Arab League's assault, or shut up. And not only don't you dance, most people dance around it in some way. You just pretend I didn't ask it. Well, I'm going to make this really fucking difficult for you. I'm eventually, maybe, I might do one or two rotations where I will put in another comment or question. And after you ignore it two more times, that's going to be the only substance to my responses. And you'll probably just walk away at that point. If you don't, I'll stick this. I might disappear for a while because sooner or later I got to find other shit to do. I am an adult. I do have responsibilities. But no, see, I find people like you fascinating because you're a liar. You have accused my people collectively, first of all, of not even being legitimate Jews. I knew you were going to Khazar me before you do it. Now, how did I know you believed in that stupid doctrine? Huh? I called it before, and you even seemed salty about it. You go, "Oh, is that a preemptive strike?" Took me a second to figure out that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you're damn motherfucking straight it was. Absolutely. So I don't like liars when they lie for politics, because I don't. No, you're going to accuse me of it, but you're not going to back it up with any kind of substance. I will. And there's nothing more dishonest than making an accusation with nothing whatsoever to back it up. One of them was the expulsion thing. Oh, you were expelled from, from scores. It's in the other video. It's also in this thread. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I knew there was a small portion. Actually, I had to look it up. There's three. And then you'd said the same bullshit that the white nationalists do. And I'm starting to wonder if you're one of those. I was calling you a commie before. But you're actually using a lot of the same rhetoric that's actually unique to white nationalists. But then again, Arab Muslims are all fucking Nazis in the first place, as I pointed out. They all became, as I mentioned in the video, which you got so pissed off about because I put your fucking mug in there. Dude, take your photo off of your thing if you're so fucking worried about it. Little snowflake. You can do that with mine all you want. Because I stand behind every motherfucking thing I say. And I don't care if everyone that knows me knows I say everything I say online. I censor some things lest the algorithm cause problems for me or some snitch go. And by the way, a lot of people, even people like me, would have. You threatened me. I'm not worried at all. Oh, you're gonna put me in the hospital. Okay, whatever. You're talking out your ass. A lot of people would have reported you for that. I didn't. Okay. I'm just gonna make fun of you for it, though. That's what I'm going to do. But I'll let that go. I'm going to make fun of you for it for a little bit longer, and then I'll let it go. Anyway, you're holding out here, cheerleading for your savage team. And the funny thing is, inversion is a very typical narcissistic thing. And Islam is a narcissistic religion. It was founded by a narcissist. Oh, I'm in charge now. God told me so in Islam. Oh, and you guys get to have 4 wives. Ain't that great? I, on the other hand, get more than that. I get to do things you're not allowed to do. Yeah, unbelievable that anyone was dumb enough to believe that son of a bitch. But I'm getting off track. Anyway, no, I'm not letting this go. You're going to get that question. Name one Arab whose land was stolen before the Arab League's assault, or shut up. I'm just going to tell you how I'm doing it. I'm copy and pasting. And if you ignore that 2 more times, I'm still going to be in the conversation, but I'm going to repeat that. And I think it's hilarious that you pretend to be this invested in this, and you don't even know what a Duma is. Oh. And I said I hate you? Yeah, I meant it. But it's not because you're a Muslim. just to be 100% clear. I have spoken to many Muslims, even some anti-Zionist Muslims. I don't think I've ever met, since I stopped being an anti-Zionist myself, an anti-Zionist leftist Westerner. You look like, by the way, you don't look like a Muslim, and I don't mean just the color of your skin. I'm talking about what you look like. The pictures. It's not that you don't wear Muslim garb, but I'm going to leave it at face value and say you are. I have met a few that kind of have that, but you're not Bosnian. It's the thing. It's none of my business. Trivial. I don't care. I do find it interesting, though. No. Why do I say A? Because I hate liars. I don't mean I hate people who spread lies. You can spread a lie and believe it's true. But when someone does this dissidence that you're doing, where somebody asks a direct question that's 110% relevant when you're making an accusation against a person, let alone an entire nation. And I don't give a fuck if you don't recognize us as a nation. We are. With or without the state of Israel, we are a nation. Fuck your feelings. You don't know what a Jew is. That's not my problem. Okay? I don't give a fuck. So, in your world, in your mind, you subtract our identity as a nation because you think it makes you somehow more justified, but it doesn't. Even if we were this ambiguous religion, it's so funny that you think we are a religion instead of having one. Because if we were a religion, then you could just start hypothetically practicing Judaism, and that would make you a Jew. But it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. It never worked that way, and it never will work that way. But just because you're either not smart enough or too arrogant enough to understand the difference is not our problem. Our problem is our problem, and that's, well, you or your ilk. It's not you, because you're not Arab. You're pretending to care about this thing that you know nothing about. You're not invested in. And if you were, you would have learned about the shit you're talking about. Now you haven't. You're just repeating propaganda. I'm not. I'm actually, you're going to say, yeah, but you're repeating Zionist propaganda. No, I'm actually giving substances to the reason I believe every single thing I believe. And I got there slowly over time after believing almost everything that the anti-Zionists say. Now, one difference is it wasn't everything. There were certain things that I didn't believe because even as an anti-Zionist, the difference between me and you is I thought for myself. So I had some nuance to the thing. But we're not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about you. That's much more relevant here because I've been able to discount every accusation you've made against me and my people. The funny thing is, your accusations against my people are deliberately ambiguous. That's cowardly, by the way. That is spineless. So I'm not worried about your threat of violence to me. Because if you don't even have the balls to make an accusation when you're making an accusation, why would I be worried about you, quote, putting me in the hospital, unquote, even if you didn't look like a string bean? I could take, even if you didn't. Even if you were like that fucking Muslim in Australia that gets in people's faces. You can tell he's on steroids. He's like 6'5". Even if you look like that, I still wouldn't be worried. Because if you're so fucking spineless that you can't even name the accusation, you just say you did this thing, dude. Damn. Then why would I be worried about that? So, about anything else? So, yeah, I'm going to keep throwing it back in your face. What's the accusation? What did we do? There's one accusation you did make, that we stole land. Well, we're not going anywhere in this conversation at this point until you say who had land stolen. And there was no collective Arab-Palestinian ownership of land. And if you don't know that, that's not my fucking problem. There wasn't. You'll never find an example of that in all Arab history. And the day's coming very soon when there will no longer be a language breach between Arabic and the other major languages in the world. It's a technology thing. It's already here. It's just not used that much yet. It's going to be used in every household, at every computer, and on every mobile device. And you guys won't be able to get away with lying. Oh, we didn't say that shit, which is the only reason this has gotten as out of hand as it has. It is the only reason your stupid, lying Muslim propaganda has gotten this far. And where you take the things that you are guilty as fuck of, collectively, and blame us for your attempts at your repeated attempts at genocide. You. Oh, you didn't succeed, thank God. But we've never even attempted genocide. But you're going to keep accusing us of it because that's what Muslims do. That's what Muhammad did. Accused the very people of the thing he was doing. Why would it change when the founder of the twisted child molesting religion, and I'm gonna get, if you think I was unhinged before with my, I don't have a filter, I might have had a little bit of a filter, it's gone now, I don't give a fuck. After the shit you pulled a little while ago threatening me, the proverbial gloves are off. I don't give a fuck. And everybody who knows me, from my rabbis to average Joe Gentile in the street that I might have a drink with, to people who don't like me, they all know the same stuff about me. I don't care. There's nothing you can hold over my head.